You know, I'm doing this all for you, for the sake of the internet. I should get a medal, because this is truly painful. For a lifelong Harry Potter fan, to read something like my Immortal, which just bastardizes it. The story and the concept and the characters to the extent that it does. It's painful. To be perfectly honest, it's really painful. It's also really, really funny, but it's painful. And so, for the part that is funny, I will continue reading. For the sake of your lulz, internet. For you. My Immortal. Chapter 14. Author's note. Fuck off, prebz, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed and I had to go to the hospital 'cause I slipped my wrists. Yeah, right. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 God reviewers. Warning! Some of this chapter is extremely scary. Viewer discretion advised. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turns out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. So Snaketail is Wormtail. First time I read this, I was like, who is Snaketail? Is that Wormtongue? But Wormtongue, wrong story. When fandoms collide. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. Then he suddenly looked at me, and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Dot, he said. In this, he is 16 years old, so he is not a pedophile, okay? Okay. Huh? I asked. Enemy, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. Well, at least he asked for consent. That's something. I started laughing cruelly. What the fuck? You torture my BF and then you expect me to fuck you. God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out like a fountain. No! He screamed. He started screaming and ran around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. So now I'm just picturing Voldemort as like a drag queen. And it's the best thing ever. Good image. The only good image that's come out of this is Voldemort as a drag queen. Someone make me some fan art of that, please. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. Then I started crying. Oh, so they saved Draco. Okay. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a six-pack. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexy. And a really huge you-know-what and everything. You know who? You know what? It's so unfair, I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls in preps here except for Bloody Mary, because she's not ugly or anything? Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. Snaketail's dead. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. And don't worry, N.O.B. isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse! I shouted, and then I ran away. So, Ebony is supposed to be depressed, and yet she seems completely confident in herself. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Author's note. Soup flaming, okay? BTW. You suck from no one every time someone flames me. I'm gonna flip my wrist. For sure you are. Thanks for Raven for helping. Ebony! Ebony! Shouted Draco sadly. No! Please come back! But I was too mad. Whatever! Now you can go and have sex with Vampire! I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood-red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrist. I drank the blood, all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. I put on a short, ripped black Gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front in blood-red letters and was all ripped and a spiky belt. Under that, I put ripped black fishnets and boots that said Jewel all over them with blood-red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned to Draco. N.O.B., I love you, he shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Suddenly went to a Chinese accent. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started to sing the Chronicles of Life and Death, which we considered it our song now because we fell in love when Jill was singing it. Right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Jill, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Author's note. If you don't think those guys are hot, you don't know who they are, so get the fuck out of here. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's now, at them. I love you, I said, and we started to kiss like Hilary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in the Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everybody was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other, all shocked. Then we went together. End of chapter 15. Chapter 16. So the beginning of this is supposed to be the first paragraph of the next chapter, but I'm just going to read it so you get the full brunt of how absolutely horrendous this is. Author's note. You know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me you're not preps. Raven, you suck a fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking sweater. You're so stupid. Write this. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. BTW, thanks for Brittany, 5655, for teaching my Japanese. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. And I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter, because I knew we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with I think platform, because platinum's a color, or a metal, with ripped red fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started marching to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. At all. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was ... comma ... Voldemort and the Death Dealers! WTF, Draco, I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Oh, this is back to the actual chapter 16. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR and you know how much I like them. What? 'Cause we, he gadgeted uncomfortably, because guys don't like to talk about you know what. You know what, in my experience, they do. A little bit too much. It's annoying. I don't want to hear about your past lovers. I really don't care. This is to all the boys out there. Yeah, 'cause we, I yielded in an angry voice. I think you mean yelled, because yield means something completely different. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time, we're going with an escort. Now, this is funny because, an escort is also a fancy hooker. So it's like, we're going with an escort. Instead of a twosome, we're having a threesome. OMFG, WTF, are you giving into the mainstream, I asked. So I guess you're a prepper or Christina or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. NLB, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down on his knees and started singing The World is Black by GC to me. I was flattened because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. I'm not wearing pants. I'm wearing a skirt. Just the absence. Hi. Okay then, I guess I will have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while and went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. I can't speak Japanese. Hachimata, girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, and so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese. BTW, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed her classes, and she skipped math. Author's note. Raven, you fucking suck! Fuck you! It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare Before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii, Bloody Mare said. She shook her head energetic, lethargic. Oh, yeah, have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her because he's a necrophiliac. I think you mean necrophiliac. Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Okay. Oh, hey, BCW, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I said. I need to wear, the hottest outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. Oh my FG, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No. My head snapped up. What? My head spun. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I've just found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked sure it would be Draco Giallo Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call our brooms. Oh, MSFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly in all caps. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk. Come on, let's go. We were going into a few punk-off stores especially for the concert in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was, OMG, hotter than Gerard, except not, because that's impossible, and he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many poses there are on this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snape tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, they're not going to spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out in a very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what? I'm actually going to give it to you for free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you going to be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am, actually. Hey, BTW, my name's Ebony Darkness Dementia Tara. What's yours? Tom Ritt, he said, and ran a hand through his black-dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my BF Draco, you sick pub, I yelled angrily, but before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew in on his black broom, looking worried. OMFG, Ebony, you need to get back into the castle now! And